My name is Benjamin Girard. I'm a junior here at campus, dual majoring in civil and environmental engineering with a minor in math. I'm from Utica, New York. As a kid, I've always been a tinkerer. I always had the mentality of why pay someone to do something if I could do it myself. So I found myself interested in a lot of things, playing around with a lot of different, whether it was cars or just doing stuff in the garage or around the house. So I figured that engineering was a good little niche for that because I like learning new things. And then I've always had a passion for being outside, whether it was with my grandfather or my brother or my father, and just being outside in the environment. And Clarkson, I realized, had a fairly new program, environmental engineering, and I was like, hey, that's combining the two of my favorite hobbies. So I ended up picking that, and it's been one of the best choices I've had here at Clarkson. It's funny, actually. I didn't really give Clarkson a chance right out of high school. My father was an alumni, my sister was an alumni, and my brother was a senior, or actually a junior when I was a senior in high school. And I said I didn't want to be another Girard at Clarkson University. I said I didn't want to carry on the Girard legacy. So I didn't really give it too much of a chance. And then all of a sudden I kept getting stuff in the mail, so I was like, I'll go check it out. And my first, 25, 30 minutes on campus, I had a really good tour guide, and I kind of looked at my parents and said, yep, this is my home. I didn't really give it much of a chance. It kind of pained me to say that, but I can honestly say it was the best choice I had made in my pretty young life. So. I was fortunate enough to have an internship actually last summer as a sophomore at a company in Syracuse called Barton & Judas, and I'm in their wastewater department. And I fell in love with that exact discipline, so that is my career aspiration to continue carrying on in that field, actually. I think one of my favorite things about this major is the fact that it's not the same as mechanical engineering or aeronautical engineering. It's not the biggest major here on campus, so you're forced to mingle a lot more because you're with a smaller group or a smaller cohort, I should say. You've got 45, 50 students in this class, and you're gonna have these students in the same classes every single time because there's only 1 or 2 lectures offered. So it kind of forces you to make new friends, get comfortable with who you're dealing with because you're gonna have classes with them year round. Whereas mechanical engineering, there's 200 students, you don't have to necessarily have that personal experience. You can get a couple of friends and get along with that. I would say I have 2 favorite faculty members, either Tyler Smith or Bill Wilson. Both of them have impacted me, rather interestingly, actually enough. The classes I kind of took because I had to, and ended up falling in love with the class, and the professors made it that much better of a class as well. Definitely, like I said before, the internship at Barton & Judas was probably the best opportunity I think I can speak to. In fact, at my exit interview this summer, I was asked to come back for this summer, which I'm doing as well as I went back over Christmas break. But they actually told me, they said, we usually don't hire sophomores, but we went to Clarkson's career fair, and because you were a Clarkson student, you had that Clarkson experience. We had no problem taking a risk in a sophomore because you had that that Clarkson on your resume. And I can honestly say that if I had just applied online and didn't have the whole Clarkson on my resume, they said it would have been a little bit of a different outcome. They said they liked my resume, but that Clarkson made it less risky for them to pull the trigger on me and really integrate me into the workforce. So. Oh, absolutely. I feel in high school I was never really challenged, so it wasn't hard for me to ask questions because I never really had to, and if I did, it was just spend 5 minutes with the professor. And I always heard that as soon as you go to college, you have to learn how to ask questions. And I quickly realized that at Clarkson, not only do they understand that you need to ask questions, they also have it optimized so that you can ask questions and get your questions answered pretty much any time of the day. Whether it's going to see professors in their office hours, or TAs, or other students, there's definitely, you don't even need to really look out for the support. It's right there, readily available, and that's probably my biggest thing I always stress when I give tours. Actually, is that the help is here, and they have it optimized so that a student can get help pretty much all the time. It's just a matter of you making the initial step. And I always hear other students when they say, other friends that go to other colleges, they said, it's hard for them to get their questions answered, or it's hard for them to take that first step. And I always say, for here, it was just a matter of reaching out one time, and then from that point forward, it's been easy since.